If you were one of the people who worked on the constitution for nearly 3 years, would you actually wait another 2 months to just pick a nice date to enforce it? Yep, you heard that right, but wait up. It's not as outrageous as it sounds. We are talking about January 26th, 1950, the day that gave birth to a republic with the world's longest handwritten constitution, the Constitution of India. But if the constitution had already been adopted by the Constituent Assembly on November 26th, 1949, why did they wait another 2 months? Here's why. Let's rewind the clock back to 19th December 1929, the day the annual Congress session took place in Lahore. On that day, Congress under Jawaharlal Nehru presidency, in support from other young nationalists like Bose, officially rejected the proposal for a dominion status and passed the resolution for Purna Swaraj. Purna meaning complete and Swaraj meaning independence or self-rule or sovereignty. A 750-word resolution. That's all it took. The Purna Swaraj was a pledge that didn't negotiate or plead. It was a document that spoke on behalf of Indians and made its intentions clear of launching the civil disobedience movement nationwide. It affirmed that as Indians, we hold it to be a crime against man and God to submit any longer to a rule that has caused this fourfold disaster to our country. Fast forward to December 31st, 1929. Nehru hoisted the tricolour flag at the banks of River Ravi in Lahore amidst slogans of Inqilab Zindabad. They declared the last Sunday of January, which turned out to be 26th of January 1930, as Purna Swaraj Day. And there you go. 26th January 1930 became India's first Independence Day. To build momentum, the day was designed not just for political protest but to emphasize a constructive program of social and economic upliftment. The national tricolour was hoisted across thousands of villages in the country. The remainder of the day was dedicated to tasks which Gandhi believed were essential for national rejuvenation, which included spinning, service to the untouchables, and the reunion of Hindus and Muslims and the promotion of prohibition. Thousands took a pledge to fight for Purna Swaraj. In Calcutta, the streets echoed with cries of Bande Mataram. The then mayor of Calcutta, J.M. Sengupta, boldly remarked, "We must put our lives in danger to keep the flag aloft." This set the stage for the Salt Satyagraha and the civil disobedience movement that was about to come. Scholars like Muti Mukherjee in India view the Purna Swaraj resolution as a watershed movement in India's freedom struggle. The demand for freedom was now made in the language of justice and not just charity. Since 1930, every year, Congress and its supporters have celebrated 26th January as India's Independence Day, even when the actual transfer of power only happened on 15th August 1947, 17 years after the first call of Purna Swaraj reverberated through India. However, India was still not free. Between August 15th, 1947 to January 26, 1950, India functioned under the British-made law, the Government of India Act 1935. This led to the formation of India's Constituent Assembly, which appointed Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar as the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution to make its own laws. 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days. That's how long it took the assembly to draft India's homegrown constitution. It was finally adopted on 26th November 1949, but the leaders desired to pick a date which held historical significance when it came to India's sovereignty as a republic. The obvious choice was 26th January 1950 to officially enforce the Constitution of India. India's 2-decade-old declaration of Purna Swaraj came to life as India's Republic Day. On that day, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was sworn in as India's first president, replacing the British king as the head of the state, 894 days after the British rulers withdrew. The Indian Air Force, which was once controlled by the British, became an independent body by withdrawing from its royal prefix. January 26, 1930 gave birth to the desire for a sovereign India. August 15, 1947 broke the colonial chains, and January 26, 1950 gave birth to a sovereign democratic Republic. Looks like the 2 months were surely worth the wait after all.